What's up? It's your boy Kazi. Welcome to Kazi Plays, and I'm gonna be showing you guys how to play Angela in today's guide. So without further ado, let's get into it. To start things off, let's first talk about Angela's role. In case you don't know already, Angela is the first flying tank in Marvel Rivals, and on top of that, she is a hybrid where she is able to dive into the backline and place enemies out of position, and on top of that, she can also play a bit of brawl too. However, keep in mind that Angela is super weak against CC abilities, for example like Luna's freeze, Mantis's sleep, and so on. Up next, let's go over her abilities. Her primary is a spear that she can use to stab her enemies from far away, and it has a good bit of range to it, with the distance being a little over 5 meters. Her passive is this little bar above my crosshair where as you fly, the meter fills up, and once it fills up completely, your primary does more damage and does knockback. Her first ability is a dash that spears multiple enemies that get in your way and can push them away a good distance. Her second ability allows her to deploy a shield out, and while the shield takes damage, the damage is converted into meter for your attack charge. Her third ability allows you to slam into the ground and creates a field that deals damage to the enemy over time, and on top of that, your spear turns into 2 axes that deal more damage the higher your attack charge is. And once you're on the ground, that same ability button turns into an ability that allows you to go back into the air and summon back your spear. Her ultimate throws a spear that latches onto enemies nearby, and you can follow up and create a second shockwave that deals more damage to them. Angela also has a team up with Thor, which grants him a new ability where he can throw a spear down and he can leap to there and create a shockwave, and depending on how many people he catches within the spear, grants him that same amount of Thor force. If you have made it this far into the video and want to dive further into the community, I do got a Discord link in the description below. They will talk about Marvel Rivals, anime, manga, and whatnot, so if you're interested, feel free to stop by. We'll love to have you. Moving on, let's go over some combos. For each combo, I will have the inputs on the screen. And finally, let's go over her playstyle. Usually in neutral, what you would want to do is that you want to go ahead and either try to go for an off angle or flank around and see if you can spear one of the enemies and bring them over to your teammates, or if they're close to the edge, see if you can push them off the map. If both of those options aren't possible in the moment, your best bet is to slam into the ground and use your axes and play a bit of brawl. Now keep in mind, you don't want to go up too far. You want to play with your other tank because she is one of the squishiest tanks in the game. With Angela's shield, you don't want to rely on it too much because it only has 350 HP, which means that it can get shredded pretty quickly. So you want to rely more on your movement capabilities like your dash, which is a really good tool to get in and out of fights. Usually you want to use your shield is whenever you're super low and you can't dash away without getting killed, so you would want to back up while holding your shield up and hope that your supports are close enough to you or you're close enough to a health pack. When deciding who to spear on the enemy team, it's best for you to try to go for people that you know that can't outburst you in damage. For example, like Iron Man, when he's in his overdrive, his uni beam will literally shred through you and you'll lose the fight. If you can, try to get both of the supports when you're going for your dash, because granted your team lost a tank, but the enemy team, they lost 2 supports, and on top of that, even though you can't kill the supports, they're taking their attention away from their team and they're putting all their attention on you, which could increase the chances of your team pushing up. To get the best value out of Angela's ultimate, I found that it's best to go ahead and use her ultimate as a setup to combo into somebody else. For example, like Scarlet Witch, who just got recently buffed to where her ultimate one-shots anybody. All you gotta do is throw out the ultimate, so everybody on the enemy team that was in the range gets trapped, and then they just gotta hold the Scarlet ultimate. Another great way to use Angela's ultimate is to use it to buy time. For example, let's say the cart or the payload is on overtime and the enemy is hurrying back from spawn. What you can do is that you can go ahead and pop your ultimate on them to hold them back to stall for time. And if you time it right, you can buy just enough time for the timer to run out. And that's everything on how to play Angela. If I did leave something out or you did discover something new, feel free to put it in the comments below to share with everyone else. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you do want more Marvel Rivals on the channel, why don't you go and support your boy. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Y'all take it easy.